Hey guys, thanks for tuning in on this video on hip mobility. So you'll see in the previous weeks, I talked about mobility and shoulder mobility. So with hip mobility, we're looking at a combination of stability and movement of the leg. So for us to have efficient mobility of the hip, we need to have good stability of our core and stability of the opposite leg. So our pelvis needs to be stable and the opposite leg needs to be stable for us to move freely through the working leg. So if I'm unstable in my pelvis and I sink into my supporting side as I move my opposite leg, then I'm not generating the force through my body. It kind of gets stuck at the hip. So the leg that's moving ends up overworking in the joint instead of transferring that information through the body. So today I'm going to show you a really basic exercise, but I love it, and it's a great exercise if you're a runner, or you love hiking, or you just want to move really well. It's a really good one. You just grab a roller so that you've got a little bit of help with your balance. By all means, you can do it without a roller, but the purpose of this exercise is not balance. So I like to use a roller so that you're not trying to challenge yourself in that area, and instead we're working that mobility and stability. So from here, you're going to load yourself on your left leg and lift your right leg. I want you to notice if you're sinking into that hip. So if I face you and I let my right hip drop and I load, then you'll see my hips are uneven. So I have a line coming up diagonally across the body. So from here, I'm going to lift that right hip up a little bit to help me engage that supporting leg. So I want to stand there and feel like I'm lifting up out of the supporting leg before I even try to move the right leg, which is the one we're mobilizing. So from here, you're going to lift up out of that supporting leg, hold your position, then I want you to swing your right leg forward and back. Now, when you do this movement, you want to be able to, you see that I'm kind of pendulating, my body's going like a seesaw, forward and back. Now, you want to make sure that you don't sink onto that supporting leg. So you're going to hinge at the hip, the body comes forward and then comes back up. You want this leg to move nice and freely, so it's a bit of a dead leg. So think of the limb just swinging without much tension in it at all, because we're trying to maintain all of the work through the center of the body. Now what I want you to do is bring the leg forward, take it around behind you. Forward and around. Good. Try to notice that once you take your leg around, do you want to sink into that supporting side? Do you want to shift or change or arch your back? So you're trying to maintain the position of your body here. Good. So even though we're training mobility of this right leg, what we're really focusing on to achieve it is stabilizing that left leg and holding our body in a nice, strong position here where we're connected and not letting ourselves kind of flop around. Good. Now, shake your leg out. You should have felt some work coming up through that left side and right into that left hip. If you did not feel any work in that left glute, it means that you were sinking into that hip. So you want to really lift up out of the leg, lift up out of the hip, and if you need to, if you're very arched in your back, you may need to tilt a tiny bit with your pelvis to engage those deep hip muscles. From here, let's swing the other leg. So we'll go to the other side. And just notice right versus left. You might find you're a bit more wobbly on your foot. You might find that you're kind of unable to hold your hip as well on one side, or that when you swing the leg back, you want to arch. So just make the movement small to start, and then you can increase the range of motion as you kind of start to kick everything in. Now let's go around with the leg, and again, and just really allowing that right leg to be left leg to be free. So you're no tension in there. Yeah, we're trying to create efficiency here. So the better we can just let this leg flop as we stabilize the body when we go walking or running, this is just an action and there's no tension in there. So we glide more and the body becomes more efficient. Good. If you're starting to feel that supporting leg burn, that's what we're after. Good. Nice work. So that's a basic mobility exercise for the hip. Once you can achieve that, you can start to add in load, weight, and you can start to add in more dynamic movements. And what you're trying to achieve is that real glide and soft action of the moving leg and that stable, strong, solid position of the supporting leg. If you enjoyed that, make sure to subscribe so that you can keep getting more videos. Thanks.